Hello, welcome back to Shine School Fortune. We have a tarot card reading here today, and this one is called Don't Let Anyone Hold You Back from Your Destiny. So this is a general reading, but I know that the people that click on this video have either experienced this or unfortunately may experience this. Hopefully you don't, but a lot of people have. And what I mean, they have experienced a situation where they have a passion or a goal or an idea, something they really wanted to do, and someone who's close to them, a lover, a family member, a friend, neighbor, coworker, whatever, someone that they value, is holding them back, is putting doubt in their mind, putting negativity in their mind. Okay, and I'm here to talk about it, and I'm gonna give you a little story time. In addition, I pull a card. So let's go over the cards first. Queen of Wands, Infinite Supply, Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords, Door to Romance, Seven of Wands, Temperance, Six of Earth, Four of Cups. So what Spirit is saying, first of all, if there's someone in your life that's holding you back, I don't care how close you are to them, they want you to get out, get away from this person, leave this person, cut them out of your life, and they need for you to build up your self-esteem. Because a lot of this comes from, and I experienced this, having low self-esteem or having insecurities. Those things are similar, but they specifically said they need you to build your self-esteem. So you have high self-esteem, you have confidence, you believe in yourself. And if this is a romantic partner, you know, I could find me someone else. And even though it's not about hopping from person to person, it's about, okay, if this is a romantic partner, whether this is a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, you know, I could find me someone else because my confidence is through the roof, and I'm handsome, I'm beautiful, I'm talented, I'm all these great things, and someone would love to have me. And whoever is waiting for me, whether someone's waiting for you or not, is better than the person that's trying to block you. So what Spirit is saying, once again, get away from this person and build your self-esteem. We have here infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all your tomorrows. This is saying that, and with the Ace of Swords, that you have a brilliant mind. If you have an idea, and Queen of Wands, whether you're male or female, this is a leadership card. It's saying go for it. You're supplied for. You don't have to worry about anything. If you have an idea, whether it's start a YouTube channel, write a book, start a business, or go back to school, move up in the company you're at, whatever it is. Be a stay-at-home mom, do whatever you want to do, okay? They're saying go with that idea, okay? Because that desire is there for a reason. Obviously, this is something that's positive, though. We're not talking about negative thoughts. We're saying positive thought, okay? And in addition, Spirit is saying this person that's holding some of you guys back is a romantic partner, full blown. This is a romantic partner. It's probably causing you anxiety, depression, and you need to block them out of your life. Okay, I don't care if this is a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife. If they are holding you back and causing you anxiety and depression and having you feeling wore out, you need to stop this. Okay, Spirit said get out. You need to build your self-esteem. There is millions of people on the planet. It's someone better for you. Trust me, it's millions. I don't care how much you love this person. I don't care what. This person is not good for you. They have you in anxiety. As we continue, Spirit is saying with the Temperance, the Four of Cups, and Six of Earth, this says gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. If you let this person hold you back, this is how you're going to be. In limbo, the stagnant card, and you're going to be very disappointed because you had something coming for you. You had gifts of money, time, and effort, and a new career waiting for you. But you let this person hold you back because you are a willing participant, just like I was, and you're going to end up like this, disappointed and sad, okay? And stagnate your life. So once again, if you let this person hold you back, whether they're a romantic partner, family, friend, whoever, it's going to block you from getting what you deserve. This is about you getting your just rewards, getting gifts of time, money, effort, the effort you put in. If you put in the effort, you would get that new opportunity, that new career opportunity, that new location, that money. But if you let someone hold you back and allow them, because you're allowing them, and allow them to beat your self-esteem down even more, this is how you're going to end up disappointed. So let me get into my quick story time. Why I want to talk about this is I've been through this. And had I allowed, give me a second. How had I allowed this person to hold me back, you guys, I would not be doing these readings right now. I would not have a tarot card YouTube channel, and I would not have a side business as a tarot card psychic reader. I wouldn't, because of this person. Or I'm not just put on them because of this person and me allowing this person to hold me back. Because this is you allowing a person. You can't put it all on someone else when you're allowing them to hurt you and abuse you. Okay, it's their fault for doing it. They take fault, but then there's a time where you say, okay, I'm not taking any more. Now, I'm not saying if you're a child, I'm saying if you're an adult and you continue to allow this person to do it, then you have to ask yourself, okay, why am I allowing them to do this? Okay, that's when you take accountability. I'm not talking about when you was a kid and someone was mistreating you. I'm saying as an adult, we have to take accountability for our own actions. Okay, so my quick story time, hopefully it's quick. I met a guy in high school. We weren't dating in high school. We ended up dating a couple years after high school. But anyway, we were together for years. We were supposed to get married. I did not marry him. He proposed to me about 2 or 3 times. I refused to wear the wedding ring. My father wanted me to marry him. However, my mother's been deceased. She's been dead since I was 16. And I started to get into tarot cards and psychics a long time ago. And I would get readings, and the lady would tell me that I really wasn't into this man, that I loved him, I wasn't in love with him. She told me we had a past life together as brother and sister, and that's why I felt this connection with him. But it's not a romantic connection, it's a brother-sister connection. And I believed her because I have more than one brother, and I never felt close to the brother I live with. He's a narcissist. And the guy that I met in high school, the guy that I'm talking about, I could sit on the phone with him for hours and talk to him. I loved being around him, but he was handsome, but I had no romantic interest in him at all. He would talk to me about other women he was sleeping with, and I'll listen. I didn't feel jealousy or nothing. And I remember one day he was over my home, and I said, man, he feels like a brother to me. He always felt like a brother to me. Like at the time, we were younger, he would try to look out for me when we was in high school. I knew all his girlfriends. Nothing happened between us till after we got out of high school. Nothing did or whatever. And I could be alone with him, and there was no sexual desire. He didn't have it for me. And people said, why you guys just won't get together? I'm like, I don't look at him like that. He's my friend. And that's because I do believe we had a past life as brother and sister. Okay. But what you guys gotta understand, even though you had a past life with someone, or maybe even if you agreed to meet this person this lifetime, maybe your life plan was for you to be with this person. This person should, maybe life plan was for you to either be with this person, they mistreat you, and you gain the strength to leave, or maybe you weren't supposed to be with them at all. Because I really believe me and this person was not supposed to be more than just brother and sister. We ended up sleeping together, dating being together for years. He proposed, and something didn't feel right. I would get readings, and they'll say, well, someone's holding you back. Or, as time went on, they told me he was getting worse. So as things escalated, him and his mother I don't know if they still are, his mother is a Jehovah's Witness, and he grew up in a Jehovah's Witness faith. He didn't practice it that much, but he, started to get back into it. He wanted me to get into it. And I started to become more spiritual. He even took me I even went to a UFO meetup group, you guys. I started to get into crystals, meditation, tarot. I've done tarot oracle cards on myself and other people for years. I just started charging, but I've been doing it for years. And he is totally against this kind of stuff. So one day I did a reading on him, a tarot reading, and he said it didn't resonate with him because he never wanted to take accountability for his own actions. So one day I told him I wanted to start charging. It was something about me doing tarot cards, and he looked uncomfortable. And he said, well, I don't want you to do a reading on me. Something he said, he left. He said, well, I'll tell you when I get back. So he had left out the house. Then he went to go play basketball. He came back. He says, my faith, I'm against that. We're against tarot cards and oracle cards. I said, what? You are against a card. This is literally a card, you guys. Look at this, a card. This is just a tool. Now, the person that's operating the tool could be demonic, however, but it's just a tool. It's just a card. Okay. And people who are deep into this religion are so against cards and talking to spirits, but they are for being against somebody because of their sexuality. They're against certain things, or they're misogynistic. They're for all this degenerate stuff. Okay. Or they have a pastor sleeping with everybody in the congregation. They're cool with that. Or you tithing them your whole paycheck, but you're poor. They're cool with that. Making sure the pastor's riding around in a Mercedes, but they're against the tarot card, a card. that gives you insight, spiritual insight, and let you know what's going on around you. They're against that. They're against guidance. So he was against the tarot cards. And so what I'm trying to tell you is, me and him are no longer together. Had I stayed with this individual, I would not have this YouTube channel. Now, I might have had a hair channel or a spiritual channel, but I would have not had this tarot card channel. Okay. And I started a side business. I started on Etsy, and I have my own website. I started a side business as a tarot card reading / psychic, because I got some psychic abilities too. So had I stayed with him, you guys would not be looking at this video right now. This channel would not exist. You understand? Because he was against me doing tarot cards. Now, this dude was for cheating. He was for other stuff he's done. He was very deceptive when it came to money. A lot of things he's done. So he was for doing all that stuff, but he's against the card. He's against doing a card. See, that lets you know this person is of low vibration and of demonic energy. Speaking of that, when that entity came to me, that demonic entity came, and I did a video about this, that demonic entity stood at the foot of my bed that night. This man I'm talking about was the man that was in the bed next to me. We were still in a relationship, sleep. And that entity did not wake him up, but it woke me up. And that's because he just as demonic as that entity. He just as low. It didn't want to bother him. He was just as low vibration as that entity, but I'm the target because of my light and my high vibration. They want us off this planet, but that's another video. But I'm saying this to say I had readings telling me he's holding me back. He showed me he was holding me back. He was so against spirituality. You don't have to participate in this with me. But the thing is, let me do what I have a passion for. This individual, another thing too, you guys gotta look out for, when a person's trying to hold you back, they are selfish too, and he was a very selfish person. They want you to be into them and what they have going on, their activities. But if it has something to do with you and they're not into it, they won't even be open-minded and try to support you. So once again, he was against me doing tarot readings. If I had stayed with him, I would not have this channel right now, nor would I be giving, nor would I have started. I started a side business from this, okay? A whole business from doing this. Had I stayed with him, I would not, I started my business 3 years ago in 2020. Had really kind of 2019, but yeah, I've been doing readings for years, okay? My first deck was the Goddess. I've had this for almost 10 years. This is my first deck, and I still use it. Okay, that's the deck I started using on. But had I stayed with him, I wouldn't have my side business. I wouldn't be doing these videos. I wouldn't have connected to some great people, okay, on YouTube. And this gives me so much passion. Like, this gives me more passion than something I can't even explain to you guys how much passion this gives me. It's like when I give a reading, it's like a high. I love helping people. I love getting tarot readings. I love giving psychic readings. I love it. Okay, and had I stayed with this individual, he would have been holding me back. He also, when we were living together, he didn't want me to move. I said, we need to move. This city isn't working for us anymore. He didn't want to move. He didn't want me to start a tarot business. It's like, what? And so now the flip side of this, guys, when you deal with these individuals, like I said, it's all about them. They're super selfish. So one thing about him, when I had moved from Chicago to the city I'm in now, at the time, to be with him, I lived with his sister. And so he loved to play basketball, and he would play basketball like 3 or 4 times a week. That was his way of, working out. I'm not into basketball. I don't mind just going to the gym. Now, I don't mind supporting, watching him play. I didn't mind watching him play sometimes, but he took advantage. He literally had me going to watch him play basketball like 3 times a week. It was bad. And then he started to pick out my clothes for me. He was controlling me. He was picking. He wanted me to look a certain way. He wanted me to look a certain way when I went to the games, because I'm a representation of him, obviously. And he wanted me to go to the games, and he wanted me to look a certain way. So he started to pick out my clothes. He wanted me at the games 3 or 4 times a week. Now, you may say, well, that's a hobby. Like, he wasn't going to the NBA. This was something he did for fun. Me watching him play basketball when he know I didn't like basketball was essentially like me doing tarot readings and doing tarot videos, or having a store doing tarot readings in person and making him sit there and watch me do readings when he's not into this kind of stuff. It's just ridiculous. Okay. You're supposed to support your partner, but these individuals are dealing with, they're very selfish, and they didn't get a need met when they was a kid. Like, he didn't get attention from his parents. I found this out. Because he didn't get attention from his parents, now his romantic partner has to suffer, and you got to be his mama. I'm not your mother. I'm your romantic partner. We supposed to meet each other halfway. It's things that you like that I don't like, and it's things that I like that you don't like. If I said that right or whatever, it's things he like that I don't like, and things I like that he don't like. So the thing was, we got to meet each other halfway. But when a person don't want to support your craft and what you got to do, they don't have to be into it, but they should be able to support you. And if they can't support you, but they want you to support them, they're selfish and get out. So the way that he didn't support me, he didn't have to be into tarot readings and tarot business, but he shouldn't say he's against it. He should say, well, I'm not into it. However, baby, you should do it, babe. You should open up a business. You're really good at this. Do it. Do it, babe. You know what I'm saying? That's what he should have did. But instead he's like, nah, I'm not into that. And I don't think you should do it. Like, that's holding me back when this is my passion. Sometimes you got to release a person to walk into your passion, and your life plan could be where you challenged yourself, where you brought this person in your life to see, would you love yourself enough? This is about self-love, you guys, and self-esteem, to see would you love yourself enough to walk away. And especially when it comes to romantic partners and family, of course, who wants to be alone? I don't think no one wants to do everything alone, be at home alone, go on vacation alone, pay bills alone, go to sleep alone. I don't think that's anybody's dream life for them. I don't think so. Okay. Most people want people in their life, a romantic partner and or a family, or all of, they want the whole shebang. So I think what a lot of times when a person's showing you signs of holding you back and not being a good person for you and stopping you from pursuing your dreams and being the best you can be, we hold on to this person because we don't want to be alone. Okay. We don't want to be alone. Okay, but what you understand is that your passion, your life purpose is what's going to get you through this life. Romantic partners, sometimes you get married, the person dies, or you guys may divorce, or you can be together forever. But things happen in life. What's stable is your love for yourself. That's what's going to stay. You got to learn how to go at life alone sometimes. It don't have to be for the whole time, but for a certain amount of time to practice self-love. And it's a very difficult journey. It's not easy, but it's going to get you through the hard times, because some people would disappoint you and walk out on you. And some stuff just don't work out. Like with this individual, when we first got together, he was okay, but over time he got worse. That's another thing. You deal with some individuals, at first they could have been supportive. They could have been loving and caring, but they can change over time. And when they decide to change, you change. Meaning you decide, I'm out of here. Okay, because what you got to have boundaries, and self-love is saying, you know what, and this is where the self-esteem comes from. When you have high self-esteem, you can say, you know what, you're not treating me right. You're not supporting me. I'm supporting you, but you're not supporting me. Okay, so because of this, it's time for us to split. We need to break up. Because I'm not feeling supported here. I'm doing all the supporting. I'm supporting you when I'm not even into what you're into, but you can't support me and my dreams and my destiny. So don't let anyone hold you back. You got to let them go, because in the end, you're going to be miserable. Because when the dust settles, and if this person decides to leave you, or you decide to leave them, or anything can happen, what are you going to have? You're going to have yourself in the end, your life purpose, and you got to figure out, and this is how I look at it, to not let a person hold you back. What passion do you have outside of this individual? So for people who are in a relationship, or people who are close to their family, or whoever this person that may be holding you back or could in the future, whatever position they are in your life, think of it this way. What brings you happiness outside of this person? What could you do all day where this person is not around, and you will go to bed with a smile on your face, and you will jump out of bed to do this particular thing, even though we have our bad days though. Think of it from that perspective, because I've dealt with death and people close to me dying. In the end, you know sometimes you only got yourself. Okay, and what puts a smile on your face outside of other people? What puts a smile on your face outside of another person being in your presence, another person having sex with you, another person telling you you're beautiful, or spending time with you when they're not around? What brings you content? That's how you got to look at it. Because when this person's holding you back, in the end, you're going to have yourself. You wake up and go to bed with yourself every night, whether that person's here or not, whether this is a lover or a family member. In addition to what I just previously said about this person, and you guys may experience this person, or hopefully you won't in the future, but if you do, like I said, he was all about me being into him. and going to his basketball games, telling me how to dress when I go to the games. But I never required him to come to me any particular place, except for when, I think I mentioned this in another video, I had enrolled in school in the city I was in, and I didn't have no family there. He was the only person I had, him and his family. So I asked him to come down to the college with me to enroll. At this particular time, they were really backed up, and we were sitting down, but it was a long line, but we were sitting. He started getting frustrated, and I said, and he didn't want to stay there the whole time. So I said, okay, let's just go home. So mind you, I asked him to go down to school with me one time to enroll. I had no family there, and he's my boyfriend. We was best friends for years. I just asked him to go down to the school and support me, just to enroll in school one day, which maybe took 2 hours because it was a long line. He had me going to his basketball games 3 or 4 times a week, just to watch him play basketball. This is a hobby that he has, something he just likes to do, which I don't mind watching maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, but you know I'm not into basketball. That's like me forcing you to watch me style somebody's hair. Like, you're not into that. That's like me making you watch me paint my nails or paint somebody's nails. This is a hobby of mine. You need to sit here and watch me do it. I mean, let's be realistic here. We need to find a hobby that we both enjoy doing together. But because he didn't get support from his family, his mother wouldn't go to his games because she was a Jehovah's Witness and she wasn't into sports. His father was too busy working and cheating. He didn't go to his games. So he didn't feel supported as a child. You see, this is why you got to deal with childhood issues. And because of that, he had childhood issues. It spilled over to his romantic relationships where for him, it's all about taking and never giving. He just wants somebody to support him and treat him like a child, but he don't want to give because he feels like, why should I have to give? I'm all about taking. Why should I support you? You need to be supporting me. So one incident that occurred, I didn't want to go to one of his basketball games. I mean, I go to your games all the time. He would bring his niece, his brother. He would play basketball with his brother. He would bring his niece, and then he wanted me there too. And I'm like, I'm not into sports. I'm going every week. And he told me, he says, well, if you don't go to my games, then don't ask me to go down to that fucking school with you again. I said, what did you say to me? And I let him have it. I said, I asked you to go down to the school with me one time to help me enroll. I have no family here. You supposed to be my boyfriend to support me. You can't do that. But I go to your goddamn games then 3 to 4 times a week since I've been here. Moved in with your family. This is all about you. You can't support me. I said, you are so sad. And he broke down. He says, I'm sorry. It's just when someone else is doing good in their life, it's hard for me to be supportive of them. But I'm your girlfriend though. So I'm explaining something to you guys. A person can be in your life and be jealous of you, and be jealous of what you're trying to accomplish and try to intentionally hold you back. He didn't give a damn I was enrolled in school, and then eventually he enrolled in school. You see what I'm saying? But see, you got to, just because you lay in a bed next to somebody having sex with and they your girlfriend or boyfriend, don't mean they got your back. Don't mean that they're supporting you. Don't mean they're not comparing themselves to you. He's sitting there comparing himself to me, saying I'm trying to go to school and better myself while he wasn't at the moment trying to do that. So it built resentment in him. And on top of it, he got low self-esteem because his parents didn't watch him play basketball. He didn't feel supported growing up. So now I got to be his mommy and his daddy. And I'm not your mommy and daddy. I'm your girlfriend. I'm not your mother, your father. I'm here to support you, but I'm not your parent. Okay? So these individuals, when you see these signs, get out. And then you need to turn a mirror on yourself and say, why is my self-esteem causing me to stand? Is this person's not supporting me? They're not happy for me. They're competing with me. They're supposed to be there for me. I'm supporting them. I will support him in everything he did. But with the one time I needed him to do something for me, he threw up this big hissy fit. Disgusting behavior. Okay? And so then the question is, why did I stay with that person? See, it's easy for us to point the finger at someone else, but you got to ask yourself, why are you staying around someone, whether it's a romantic partner or a family member? Why you have someone in your life? Because let's talk about family. Family does this as well. Why do you have people in your life, and friends too, who don't support you and who's trying to hold you back? If you come to someone, last but not least, you come to someone with an idea. Say, I want to get into this and get into that, and they are looking at you weird. They're not supporting you. They got a weird look on their face. Get them out of your life. They're not happy for you. They're a hater. They're a hater. And let me tell you something about haters too. They could be into music videos and rap music, and you could be into tarot cards. Something totally different, but they're going to hate on you and be jealous of you because of what you're into, even though they don't even want to do it. It's one thing, I give them a little pass if you guys are both trying to go into the same industry. Like, let's say you both are trying to be an actor or something, and they may feel a little bit of jealousy because maybe you're further in your career than they are. You still shouldn't be jealous of anybody because we're on our individual path, but you can kind of rationalize it. But when you are going in a whole different industry than them, a whole different path, and they don't even want to support you. Like my ex, he's not into this kind of stuff, but he's talking about he against it and all that. Ask yourself, why are they doing this? Because they are comparing themselves to you. There's a level of jealousy there, and they're not meant to be in your life. They're just going to hold you back. They're going to further step on your self-esteem. Okay. And ask yourself, why, if a person really love you, why would they not want you to live out your passion? If it's not nothing that's going to harm the relationship or harm, and when I say relationship, it could be a family member, friend, or lover. If it's not something that's going to interfere with your relationship in a negative way, why would they hold you back? And even if it will affect the relationship in a negative way, as if, let's just say, you get a career that, you know, it takes off and you may have to move. If they truly love you, they'll let you go. Because in the end, you only gonna have yourself. In the end, you gotta wake up and go to sleep with yourself, whether somebody's in that bed next to you or not, whether somebody call you or not. So you gotta go after your passion and your dreams, no matter what. Okay? And do not let anybody hold you back. And hopefully this video of me giving an example of what I've been through and someone who showed these signs. If you're dealing with somebody in your life, whether it's a family member, friend, or lover, whoever, you remove them out of your life and you start to build up your self-esteem, because you deserve better than that. And they don't have good intentions towards you. Okay? Follow your dreams and don't let anybody hold you back.